this is Ronnie. I got my light on. I got to tell you another true story while I'm putting out a few videos. I had some questions. I got a beer and I'm going to light a smoke, and you snowflakes and commies can blow it. All right? Here's what I'm using to heat my house right now. My whole house. In here, in there. It's been down to 34 at night. I'm using electric and just that one heater that I made a video about when I put the plug-in on it, because it will hold the temp. So my house is pretty well insulated. Pardon me, I just lit my cigarette. Oh, it's gonna kill everybody. Yeah, when your time's up, your time's up. But yeah, this thing has been heating my whole house. It's been down to 32 degrees, and I don't know why the light's messing up. But to tell you another true story, I had some people ask me, just friends, how come you ain't, friends I know that watch my videos that are around where I work or where I live, how come you ain't been making any flying videos of your quadcopters? Well, I've been busy with the boat, but I'm going to tell you a true story. I took my boat out a week and a half ago on a Sunday when there was city slickers and scumbags at the Lake at Lee. I can't think of the name of it, but it's not the reservoir, it's on the other side. And they were all cool and watched me run my long tail. And they actually kind of moved away and watched me do it. And I didn't bother anyone. And they were cool. And no one called the cops. I thought for sure somebody, because there were some from Lincoln and Omaha with their little hand pedal kayaks, even though it was blowing 30 miles an hour, and they stayed right along the edge. I'm out ripping in the middle, and there's three, for your snowflakes, three. But actually, that many, it's three. Out fishing in like 16-foot bass boats and stuff, trying to catch crappies, never caught nothing. And I put it up to them and said, yeah, I'm going to be testing, and there's no limit on the speed here, even though it's got trees all over. And the other side is a separate body of water, and it is whatever reservoir thing it is, has speed limit of 5 miles an hour. I thought I'm going to get phone calls and somebody's going to call the cops on me and make a lot of problem. They didn't. Even the city slickers didn't when I explained to them that the other side, if you want to go kayak with no wake, it's all labeled, all legal. This is a separate body of water. And, oh, okay. Now, where did they didn't kayak very long in 25 mile an hour winds. And, there was waves as high as that heater that's heating my whole house right now anyway. But it was all cool. And I thought maybe somebody called the cops on me that Sunday a week and a half ago. Nobody did. They were all just cool as hell. Okay? There's cool people around. But people, I got friends that, how come you, Ronnie, how come you ain't making no more flying videos? How come you ain't flying your quads? Like mine here. Like this one or this one. My controllers and my stuff. And my goggles and everything in here. Broken props. I did. This is a true story, okay? April. This spring, while I was working on my boat and waiting for some stuff, I took this, okay? Legally, this is this is 250 grams with minus or plus 1 gram, depending what battery you got. They will fly 75 miles an hour, fly FPV with my goggles. I can fly in the city of Norfolk, under the tree line, anywhere at 70 miles an hour, and it's totally legal. I have all my numbers, federal registrations, everything. it's still under 250. They're about 249, 248, and they will fly 70 miles an hour. This thing weighs, I made a video like a year or two ago. This thing is about 86 grams, and it flies at max, if with no wind or nothing, about maybe 10 miles an hour. I was flying this. I had this in my Kia car, in my controller and stuff, because there was gonna be no wind, and I was just gonna fly by the river. When I came home and stopped by a river bridge that was washed out, and do a little flying over it. But I drove a mile through town to go to the dollar store on 1st Street in Norfolk, and there's a place called Johnson's Park. I'm trying to make this fast, but I can't make anything fast, I explain. Okay, this Johnson's Park was run down for 20 years. It was crap. It was a park, but it's got a giant bowl in the grass along the North Fork Elkhorn River with a dam behind the side, and it's big enough to fit a soccer field in it. So it's a 100-yard circle, and it was all run down and junk, and you're rubbish. And they rebuilt it like 2 years ago, and they put a bike path through it, and cleaned the place up. And it was pretty. And I'm going to the Dollar General store. It's a half a block from there, right across the river bridge, and boom. Well, hey, no wind. I'll go fly there with my little tiny one. Okay, this one, like 70 freaking grams. But if you see, it has a video camera and stuff on it. You know, I got big, 70 grams, this big, okay? You understand what I'm talking about. But I would be flying, but I haven't had time. But that really checked me. And it was April, and beautiful. They planted flowers. They took this crap hole park, and Norfolk turned it into a very pretty, cleaned up park. Instead of graffiti all over, they put in new swing sets. Okay, now I'll get to the point. There's a big parking area now, around the nice new swing sets and stuff for people and kids. And I pull in, I said, ooh, there's no wind, and it's so pretty, and the tulips are just coming up, so that's the end of April. They did have some tulips planted along the ale, and it was pretty. I said, I'll just fly this real quick, you know. I can only fly 4 minutes on a battery on that little guy, you know, running FPV. But totally legal, under limit, I'm licensed on everything. On my smoke's going out. Well, I haven't been. Oh, yeah, it took a puff. Sorry. Yeah, I drag on shit. But no, this is a true story. Well, I haven't been flying it because I haven't had time. But here's what evil people do. Here's an evil communist. Free government money. No, free government money, fucking, COVID and shit. Yeah, there was an inside mandate for masks in Norfolk, my city where I work, for till January of last year. And nobody gave a shit. You know, it's gonna kill you or it's not. Be in shape, do what you do. If you get COVID, get the hell away. Our factories never shut. We had to shut down for 2 days because of scumbags that tested COVID and didn't tell anybody. But we're gone. No mask mandates. Oof, hell yeah. Well, okay, I'm at the park outside, like the end of April, flying this little tiny size of my hand quadcopter with no breeze, just checking out, flying, over the tulips and stuff. And I said the whole bowl is like 100 yards, a whole circle. And then there's trees around. And the playground is like at least 50 yards away from that. And yeah, there's this scumbag snag bag. There's like 3 kids she's doing on the swing set in a playground. Mamacita, no, American white bitch, all right? No offense, Caucasian, fucking communist piece of shit. Wearing a fucking mask outside with her kids, 4 or 5, 6 or 7, 8 or 9, wear masks outside. Bikers going by with no mask. Nobody's wearing a mask. And she's wearing her mask and doing all that shit and pushing them on the swing. But she's eyeballing my ass, right? And I'm flying my little tiny copter the size of my freaking hand. Right down there. All right? And she would just eyeball me. I'm 50 yards away from that right. I got to give her credit. She didn't bother me while I was flying FPV. But, I could fly like 3 minutes. I had like 6 batteries. And it was cool. And I had a neat video. And I was recording to my phone from my little stand. Never mind about that. But I changed batteries. All of a sudden, I got Wicked Witch from the West. The fucking communist mask-wearing ragdoll bitch. Probably 36 years old, living off the government, up the ass, and shit. I wasn't near her kids, didn't fly near her kids, FPV, fucking get them in a video anywhere. That bitch come up while I was changing batteries. And firstly, you're not wearing a mask. I said there's no mask mandate in this city whatso freaking ever, and I see you have 7 county plates. You're probably a city slicker, and you're one of them nutcase fuckers, aren't you? Because I see you're in a mask outside, and you got your kids wearing masks outside, and I'm the only other human around in this park except you. Just leave me alone. What's the deal? Well, those are illegal. That's illegal. That's dangerous. That is illegal and dangerous. I said, no. I showed her on my phone. I have a legal permit and my legal numbers to fly quads, and they're all registered. Over 250 grams. And I said, this thing's like 85 grams. It flies at 5 miles an hour. And it has full guards. No, those are dangerous. No creep people, and you're not worried. I said, what in the hell are you doing? I said, just leave me alone. I can't make this shit up. I said, leave me alone. Go back to your welfare crap and your kids with your masks, and leave normal humans alone that aren't scared shitless and aren't communists. I said, you communist lady. I didn't call her, but I said, you communist lady, just get the hell away from me. You have a problem? Whatever, you think I'm illegal? Call the cops on my butt. I didn't say, I said call the cops on my butt. I ain't kidding you. 10 minutes later, oh yeah, and I'm smoking outside too. I'm smoking too. I didn't have any beer. I was drinking Pepsi because there's no alcohol in that park, illegal. But drugs and drugs at night and drug dealing and booze buying and prostitution was totally illegal in that park at night yet. But it wasn't dark. So, no, that was cool. Drinking my Pepsi. And, I had to go to the dollar store right across the river. Yeah. You would not believe it. I couldn't believe it. The scumbag witch called the cops on me and said I was a danger flying the quadcopter and not having a mask. And the police officer was very cool. I said, troublemaker. I'm flying here. Here's my permits for over 250 plus under 250 grams. And this, I said, this is 87 grams. I'm flying FPV, which is with goggles, but I have to be able to see it line of sight. And with 100 yards flying around here, she's causing trouble. She's a mass marauder and whatever. And the police went, okay, can we see your numbers? Yeah, here you are. Check. All right. And she's like, no, that's dangerous. Yeah, ma'am, he's doing anything legal. He's not doing anything legal. There's no mask mandate here in the park. Now, I said, now just please tell her to leave me alone and let her go on her way. And I don't want any trouble, and I just want to finish off 2 more batteries. And they were cool. And the Wicked Witch, you could hear her fighting, yelling at the cops until she got in her freaking Escalade with her masked kids. And the cops told her, you have to go away. You're causing problems. There's good people. There's good places, all right? But there's scumbags. But I haven't been flying now because I just didn't have time. Over the winter, I'm going to have some ripping ones. The smaller ones, I'm going to get the boat going. I got to get my vehicles going. But no, there's good people. The police officers showed up, said, we have a complaint. Yeah, and she's wearing her freaking mask out. No, this was the end of April of this year. No mask mandates, no. COVID must have the shot mandate. No, just a psycho freaking communist, okay? Live off government. Bite me and everything, and woo, well, wait till she gets her fuel bill. Oh yeah, the government will pay for her shit because she's got 3 kids and wears masks and low budget, and she'll get heating assistance, housing assistance, all this shit. But she drives a Cadillac Escalade. More than I got. Yeah. But yeah, I can't make that up. All because of this. All because of this little copter right here that I got. I did this one, this little one, because of this. So but then I'm gonna fly around, and there's a beautiful park now. They made it really pretty. Hey, and there's the bud I was looking for. Now, I got these. I could fly these legally in that park, but it's got broken props. This one was, 70, 80 mile an hour. Under 400 feet under the tree line, even though it's an airport within 5 miles. I got under the tree line limit, not 400 feet limit. I know all the regs. Yeah, she just evil people. And I thought maybe evil people would come to mess with me and call the police on me at Maple Creek Reservoir. But it's not the reservoir, it's on the other side. They were so cool. They just, they looked and watched, but nobody caused any problem. And nobody was wearing masks. They were just having a good time with their kids. And they had little kids and grandkids taken out. And they actually kind of moved out of the way when I told them I just wanted to test because they wanted to see it run. There's a lot of good people out there. Do not let 1/10 of 1% of scumbags take over your life that show up. Even if they call police, you don't go ballistic. Don't go nuts. You're legal. Just, the scumbag that has to ruin everybody's good time. And usually a city slicker, piece of shit snowflake that just can't stand to see anybody living normally and being okay with it and not dying, and they gotta come ruin everybody's stuff. You know who I'm talking about. You can't get irate with them, but yeah, they want to call the police, But don't be doing nothing illegal, you're going to get your butt in trouble. But that's why I quit flying. And then I went straight after my boat and worked on all that. So this winter I'm going to rebuild every quad I got, and I got a few more that are faster that probably do over 100 miles an hour. Yeah, and I fly like crap and I crash all the time, but I got to get my vehicles going. The boat's going to be squared up awesome for next spring, and I'm going to run the river this winter before it freezes over from if I have to start to find water all the way down at frickin' Omaha Valley. I'm going to run the Elkhorn River with it. But I'm going to have it correct. I'll show you some video, hopefully, this next weekend. If my trim tabs show up, I'm going to make time. It's only 15, 20-minute drive down there to test it, line it, adjust it. Boom, I know how it's going to work. And then, boom, I got everything else working perfect. And I'll have a video running the river. Because it's supposed to, if I have to go all the way to Omaha, I know the water depth in the Elkhorn River at Omaha, 100 miles from here, is 3 feet deep. So I could be good at that. And go upriver, and something blows up, I can always coast back. I'm going to show you some river running. No water here whatsoever. But yeah, the scumbags and the evil people and the mask wearers, and you got to have your COVID shots and blah, 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 and all that. And you know the ones, the snowflake, evil, communist piece of shit. But just relax. Well, I'm going to let them call the cops on you. If you know you're legal, do how you do. But that's why I haven't been out flying much. I had video of it, but I don't want to make the city of Norfolk look like people there are bad, because that's one evil freaking cunt. Fucking communist welfare bitch driving a freaking Cadillac Escalade that's 9 years old with 4 kids wearing masks and bitching at me when she's getting everything paid up her fucking nasty ass and just evil. You know the evil people. There's some people that just have to be that way. Don't let them get you. But that's why I ain't been flying. Ain't had no videos of flying. Now I got too busy. After I went, I'm working on a boat, and nobody can mess with me on the river. There's no people on the river. Well, there's no water in the river, so I went down to Maple Creek Reservoir, but on the north side, where there are humans, they didn't bother me. There's only 1 out of 99.99% of humans are cool. 1,000th of 1% are scumbag pieces of shit, snowflake, communist assholes that want to make trouble. It's all good. Go for it and see what happens. Just make sure you're legal what you're doing, and then talk to the police and explain. And that bunny ears to the fucking evil fucking cunt. 99% of every time I've had a problem, it's never been a guy. But I am a guy, but it's been a fucking cunt, fucking snowflake bitch with kids. And they were wearing masks. And they're all white women. With a fucking big fancy new vehicle. Fucking with me. Government communist motherfucking bitches. There you go. But that's my truth. That's the reality. I'll have some flying shit probably in the house and stuff this winter. I'm getting to get the boat out between, and I'm going to be running the river if there's snow on the bank, if there's water. If I got to go all the way to Omaha, I'm going to show y'all I built that boat and the long tail and all this shit the right way. If I'm wearing coat, and I'm going to camp overnight. There you go. I love you. It's so cool. Don't let scumbags bother you. Just make sure you're correct and then run them in the dirt. Because they're always going to be there. Haters are going to be everywhere, no matter what you do. Even if they don't know you, don't know nothing about you, there's these scumbags that just need attention and want to overpower you. The communist pieces of shit that are nothing. There you go. Be yourself. I love you. But that's why I ain't been having any videos of flying. I've flown this around the house a few times when it was raining. this summer and stuff. Ain't cool. But usually when it's not raining or cold as hell, I was out working on stuff. But there you go. Don't let the scumbags get to you. Bunny ears -1 to the communist scumbag, welfare, mask wearing, the psychotic nutcase people. There you go. I love y'all. I gotta switch hands. Mwah. Mwah. Have a heart. Have a heart. Peace. Love. See if I can do this. I'm looking through my phone. A full heart. There you go. Have a full heart. A loving heart. Fuck the liars and the haters. There you go. I love y'all. Take care. But yeah, there's a lot of good people, but one pile of 1% of communist scumbags will try to destroy it. Don't let them. Don't let them. Alright. You know what I mean. Love y'all. I'll be back. I promise. If God and my angels and the universe allowed me, I will be back tomorrow, I promise. Well, maybe not tomorrow. Well, if my starter shows up, I'll at least show you my starter showed up a day late. Cool breeze. All right. Love y'all. Take care. But that's why I haven't been flying. And true story. Okay? I have no reason to make crap up. That's just reality what scumbags are on. You know who they are. I love you. Take care. Ciao. I will be back. I promise if God's let me.